Hello, welcome back to another episode of Charla Football. I'm your host, as always, Gerardo, and we're going to cover the Champions League matches that went down today. Bayern versus Chelsea, Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid, two historic rematches. Bayern-Chelsea, of course, they had one of their last enfrentamientos was back in 2012 when I think Chelsea won that match in penalties. And then going to Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid, I mean, this is a very familiar matchup. One of the most recent, most iconic ones was when Atletico Madrid eliminated Liverpool from the Champions League in the round of 16. With some of the most iconic moments in Champions League as well, because who goes to Liverpool to get a win like that? Almost happened today, or at least to get the comeback, but unfortunately for Atletico Madrid, did not happen. But before we get into everything, make sure you guys subscribe, like, check out all the platform links down below. Let's start off, I guess, with the game that just ended. I think the most interesting match from both matches, I think it has to be the Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid. But before we get into it, Tomas, what time is it real quick? Before?
It's 2 p.m.
Nah, bro. It's slot time. It's slot time, bro. It's slot time. He did it once again. This whole season, in the final moments of the match, Liverpool somehow, some way, find a way to get the win. We saw it recently against Burnley, now in the last minute against Atletico Madrid, when it looked like Atletico Madrid were settled with the draw. It looked like it. And then a last-minute corner kick, Virgil van Dijk getting up in the air, puts the ball past Jan Oblak. Nothing Oblak could do. It was a very difficult match for Atletico Madrid, bro. They could not get out of their own half. Liverpool were all over them. They had so many fucking chances back to back. The Mohamed Salah chance, we were saying that. If Mohamed Salah, because he missed that opportunity right in front of fucking goal.
Mo Salah got bailed up by Van Dijk.
Pretty much. Because they would have, most of the fans probably would have chewed his ass out for the opportunity right there.
I mean, yeah, it's a clear opportunity, and I mean, it's so rare for Mo Salah to miss, period. I mean, he's scoring bangers from every side of the fucking field. So it's a player like Mo Salah, we're used to, putting those balls away. And seeing that not happen this time, he gets bailed out by Van Dijk. But also on that goal, I mean, it's just the way that Lenormand and Barrios were marking in the back post. It's kind of, you expected more. You expect a lot more, especially from a team oriented by Diego Simeone.
Yeah.
I mean, El Cholo is known for his defensive tactics, and
we saw it on basically the whole match. Besides the first 15 minutes where Liverpool just ran them off the park, like the rest of the match after that, they started to adapt to Liverpool style. They were basically parking the bus, and then I don't know what happened. Just a defensive relapse, really just little mistakes. I mean, it's hard to stop the stature of a man like Van Dijk. I'm sure it's difficult to stop him, but still, it's very childish in that area.
Yeah, I mean, you just expect. I know Van Dijk. I know the center back that he is, and I know all the goals that he scored from corner kicks. But you just wouldn't expect it to happen versus Atletico Madrid. It's so rare to see a corner kick taken and headed in directly into the goal. It's usually when Atletico Madrid has received goals from a corner kick. It's usually, a mistake. The ball is hit, or the ball sometimes doesn't get hit. Simply, the defender gets to the ball and the ball passes, and nobody's in the back post. But it's never been it has been, but it's always so difficult to score an Atleti directly like that.
Yeah, and for the most part, for Atletico Madrid, they're typically the ones to score off a set piece. At least historically, one of the better moments of Atletico Madrid were from their set pieces. El unocerismo that they were saying back in those days was just like they were content with the one goal, the 2-1 lead, off of a set piece, off of something just scrappy, which kind of looked like what was happening today. I mean, Llorente, when he got the first goal to spark the comeback, and right before the first half ended, it was just a toe poke. There was no clear-cut opportunity throughout the whole match from Atletico Madrid.
I mean, I was saying this during the match. I mean, Atletico Madrid plays proper shit ball.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like shit house football, where
that's literally it.
Contrary to a lot of person's, personal liking, I kind of like shit house football because I mean, it's in shit house football you don't have to be the best. You just have to want it more.
Mm-hmm. And at that point, when they got the equalizer, I think they did just enough to get that draw. Liverpool were the better team. They had better opportunities. They have the better players. They have the most valuable squad. So on paper, this should have been Liverpool's game to win. And I mean, eventually they did. But in that moment, Atletico Madrid were more than happy to take the draw, given how they were playing throughout the match.
Especially the circumstances, of the game. You're playing at Anfield.
Yeah.
You know, we saw how Anfield fans could get. You know, it's clearly baiting Cholo
Cholo,
Simeone.
yeah, he ended up getting a red card. Yeah, getting mad because they were flipping him off pretty much, bro.
I mean, for a person of, I get it. You know, being flipped off and yelled at is probably annoying as fuck.
Especially when he just got scored on too.
But for a person of his level, you know, being Argentinian, I'm pretty sure he's heard worse stuff.
Yeah, he should have been a little bit more cool, calm, and collected in that moment. It's the first match of the Champions League. You know, one loss doesn't mean you're automatically knocked out. It's not over. The group, unlike the group stage before, when it was like, oh, one loss is very heavy for the team in the group. You have another 7 matches to make up those points. You know, so I don't know. We'll see what happens in. Is it 7 matches or 6 matches? 7 matches.
7
right?
matches, and in the group stage it'd be 6.
6, right? So, yeah, overall, I mean, let's see what I wrote down. Talking about Cholo Simeone and talking about Arne Slot as well. Like I mentioned, this was Slot time. This is something that we've been seeing from Liverpool this season. Just in the final few moments, getting the better of their opponents in, you know, just these little moments of brilliance, individual brilliance, pretty much that's bailing them out. And then as for Cholo Simeone, this was the first time he ever lost to Arne Slot. In the previous, I think, enfrentamiento was when they played against Feyenoord. And I think in the press conference, the pre-match press conference, Cholo Simeone had mentioned that Arne Slot said after the Feyenoord match, oh, we'll see each other again, and it'll be a different result or something like that. Just maybe like messing around with him or just like proper, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Just shit talking.
Yeah, proper.
And yeah, it looks like Arne Slot did eventually get the better of him. But would you say it was Arne Slot and his tactics, or is just the individual brilliance more than anything?
I'm gonna say it like this: look, comparing Arne Slot to Cholo Simeone on tactics alone, Cholo Simeone takes him by a long shot. But Arne Slot is the better coach. He can train a team to play in his style and however he wants. I mean, we've seen Cholo have we've seen Cholo play shithouse football, you know, winning 1-0. We've seen Cholo play shithouse football with one of the best teams, I think, in a long time in La Liga when it was the 2018 with Griezmann and all those players. And we've seen Cholo play in this modern era where, you know, it's an Atletico Madrid that scores a lot but receives a lot.
Yeah.
So he's been able to switch up his style. Maybe it doesn't benefit him in every sense. You know, he sacrifices positions for a different style. You know, he took the defensive positions and he is proposing a more offensive style now.
Yeah.
Which is why we see, you know, these matches now. I mean, Atletico Madrid it's rare that they don't receive a goal in a game now.
Yeah.
Compared to about like 5-6 years ago. So
I know, bro. It's just crazy.
I know it's insane, but so in my sense, Cholo Simeone is a better tactician. Arne Slot is a better coach. He knows what players he needs and where to put them. And he does have the better players. To be fair,
Yeah.
Liverpool has the better players. If you put this Liverpool team inside, if the players switch jerseys and one plays for and Liverpool plays for Cholo, and Atleti plays for Liverpool, the players really have everything to do with the win.
Yeah. So you say there's a little bit more of the individual brilliance.
I think it's the individual
scenario.
brilliance coached to perfection under Arne Slot, but I also feel like a tactician like Simeone could win with this team just as how Arne Slot won.
Yeah, great win for Liverpool. Starting off strong in the Champions League, 3 points at Anfield. A very hard-fought result, definitely. Now, moving on to the Bayern versus Chelsea match.
It was an intense match.
It was an intense match. There was a moment where Chelsea maybe could have sparked the comeback, but specifically that goal, the second goal that Cole Palmer scored, which was in offside position. Eventually, we found out. But, you know, Chelsea had their moments, but Bayern overall, they looked just a level above. Even though Chelsea on paper, they have one of the better squads in the Champions League. They had the most expensive squad. They had just won the FIFA Club World Cup. So, I mean, if we're ranking things, the FIFA Club World Cup should be like the highest club competition over the Champions League because you're playing against all the clubs in the world. So, would that make Chelsea the best team in the world? I don't know, but
they're the best team by
FIFA standards, maybe.
FIFA standards.
Yeah,
Sure.
and UEFA standards, I think it's completely different.
UEFA standards, it's
PSG still are top of the table. I mean, they just beat Atalanta 3-0 and played them off the park.
yeah. By UEFA standards, it's still PSG because PSG have the UEFA title.
Mm-hmm.
Now, by world standards, Chelsea was the best team in that tournament.
Yeah.
As PSG was the best team in this tournament. Now it's a new tournament. I mean, take it how you like. You could say they're the best team in the world, which is not a lie. But But you could say PSG is also the best team in Europe.
So now that Bayern beat Chelsea 3-1, does that make Bayern the best team in the world?
I mean, they'd have to win the whole tournament.
Yeah. All right, fine. Fair enough. Now, Bayern put on a great performance. Harry Kane getting the brace. Michael Olise looked very active. Lucho Diaz, when he came on as well, very active. Just really speaking on the Harry Kane performance, I mean, bro, just cannot stop scoring. He's a natural number 9. He's still at a good age. I believe he's like 32, 33, and he just got to the Bundesliga, last season? Won the trophy in the Bundesliga when everybody doubted that actually it was 2 seasons ago. It was Bayer Leverkusen when Bayer Leverkusen won it, and then the second season he actually
there was that moment where they trolled him, he can't even win it with Bayern.
Yeah, and the only league where Bayern's guaranteed to win a trophy, Xabi Alonso won it over Harry Kane. But yeah, last season he won his trophy, and then today got a brace, one from the penalty kick spot, and then the other a well taken finish. Well, I mean, it was a big mistake from Chelsea's backline, Malo Augusto. We saw how the goalkeeper reacted in that scenario. You said that Gnabry
kind of. So first of all, it's a bad pass, but Gnabry has that initiative to go
press
the ball.
Yeah,
the ball
force that bad pass.
The ball ends up going back towards back against Chelsea's defensive line. That's where
Harry Kane just picks it up past Robert Sanchez. Nothing he could do about it. And at the end of the day, Harry Kane just consistently showing why he's one of the most lethal strikers in the world of football, bro. Up there with Lewandowski, up there with some of the greats like Luis Suarez.
I think right now Harry Kane might be the most in-moment striker there is in world football.
Yeah.
I don't think there's another one.
How many goals did he score last season? I want to say he scored at least over 30 goals again.
I don't know how many he scored, but I could just see by the way he plays and the importance of this match as well.
Yeah, because it's not only just like being inside of the box, but like he's also a great playmaker. He's one of the better strikers with the ball at his feet. Lewandowski's not like that. Lewandowski inside of the box, he's clinical, but like trying to build up. I know a lot of Barcelona fans had a big problem with him, especially those first 2 seasons, because getting the ball to receive, like he's not able to link up play. But Harry Kane can link up play. He could take on maybe 1-2 players, and then also inside of the box, he's just an absolute freak. And then he showed that again once again today. This is his 9th goal against Chelsea. Obviously, most of them coming when he played with Spurs. Now his first goal against Chelsea with Bayern Munich. And then Bayern Munich overall, they look great. Defensively looked pretty solid. Chelsea had a couple of moments. Cole Palmer obviously with an incredible finish. Let me know what you guys think. Is Phil Foden better than Cole Palmer? Because this was one of our biggest discussions maybe a couple of years back when Phil Foden wasn't a great moment when Man City won the I think the Premier League and the Champions League, right? The triplete, no?
Champions League and Cup.
Foden was like pretty much a key player.
Foden was a very key player in 2 out of those 3 tournaments.
Yeah,
the cup he was just good in the finals.
Yeah, and I mean, this was one of the biggest discussions that we had, that whether Phil Foden was better than Cole Palmer. I said in that moment, definitely Phil Foden. But like we're looking long term now. Cole Palmer has just like
let the kids play, man. Let the kids play.
They're not even kids anymore. How old is Phil Foden? 22, 21, 22, 23?
Yeah, he's a kid, bro. Come on.
Yeah, it's like he has a wife and like 2 kids. And then Cole Palmer, I mean, I don't know what he's up to nowadays, but
he's a kid in here, bro.
He's a kid in here. Nah, they're both class players, but Cole Palmer, I mean, once again, in this game today specifically, put on a great performance. Should have been capped with at least a brace, but for Bayern Munich, it was a great win. For Vincent Kompany's team, it was a great win. I just expected a little bit more from this Chelsea team. I honestly expected a win at the Allianz Arena. I know it's one of the most difficult stadiums to play, especially in the Champions League. Going to Germany, going to Bayern's home, and the pressure of that kind of stadium, that historic stadium, I know it's very difficult to get a result. I thought Chelsea were going to be able to do it based on what we saw in the summer, but they just couldn't. They really couldn't.
I mean, it's just difficult to do. I mean, not even Barca 2015 could beat Bayern at Bayern.
Yeah, they still lost by them going to the next round. Yeah, no, it was an incredible performance. Let me know what your favorite match was from today. I mean, there was also PSG Atalanta. There was also Ajax versus Inter. I mean, if Liverpool and Atletico Madrid wasn't your favorite match, then you probably don't know ball either. But, it was an incredible game. Both of these were probably some of the best matches today. Would you say, from what we've seen so far in the Champions League, which one's been your favorite one?
My favorite match?
Yeah, so far.
Probably the 4-4 from yesterday, Juventus.
4-4. That one was crazy too. That one was actually crazy. Let me know what your guys' favorite match has been so far. All right, we'll see you guys Back tomorrow after the Newcastle Barca game, Man City Napoli game. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, check out the platform links down below. If you guys want more Champions League content, we're here for you guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.